I believe they do. Perfect. Well, good morning, afternoon, evening. Give me a big wave, guys. I throw five in the chat so if you can hear us. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Welcome. And just an announcement again is this week being Destin, our event week, we will be doing these calls Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we're going to take Thursday and Friday off. There won't be anything on Saturday, basically. And then next Monday, we will resume these as well, too. We also have today, there's the last body balance challenge call. So make some announcements on that first. Who here liked your results? Like you feel good this month. You're like, I made forward progress, right? Winning is completion, right? Winning is just going in. So I'd encourage every single one of you, regardless of how you feel about your actual results, is still, you never know. If you don't submit, you never know if you're going to win or not. In fact, I'll tell you this, I've seen running, gosh, almost, over 10 years of these types of challenges. I remember there was a person that forgot to submit their photos and they thought they wouldn't have won. But when we took a look at it and we took a look at the winner, we're like, if they had submitted their photos, they probably would have won. So you just never know what's going to happen. And it's not even just about the challenge. It really is about you celebrating yourself and your progress at everything. So be sure to do that. So there will be one more final call 1 hour from now in the Body Balance Challenge. It's the same line that it's been the last weeks and everything. And all these are go to the USA Partner Co website, or if you just go to the same link you used to register, go to the partnerco.com site or partnerco /page /body balance challenge. Put in your information again and be sure to make sure when you put your scale photo, just like when you started, you put finisher. This one put a photo of lifestyle. So write out lifestyle, put it on a piece of paper, something, put it on your scale. This way they know that you were actually involved, you were in the group and everything, and then submit your photos today. I am expectant there's going to be winners in our camp. I'm curious, who here really feels like you have a shot to win? Like, give me a wave or put a me in the comments. You're like, I'm good. Oh, man, we got some winners here. Seriously, they're like, I did it, right? Every day. There's some competition that's in here. So I'm super excited to see and hear. And by the way, as you start putting together your after photos, like probably tomorrow, we should do some training on how do you put together your photos, how do you put them on social media, stuff like that. But start gathering them. And if you're already good at that, like share them. Or even if you don't feel like you're good at them, share them anyway. And we'll use these and we'll put them together with you and we'll help you make sure that you have your $1,000,000 story. Cindy lost 9 pounds in her tire. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. So we have that going there. Also, obviously, Destin's here. If you don't have your ticket yet, or if you know people need their ticket, still, I will continue to emphasize this. I have seen people every single year that get on board. I remember there was another teammate that got started 2 days before an event like this and decided to fly herself to an event like Destin, walked out of there, became one of the fastest to officers will too. Like these events just inspire officers and above. So whether that's you or the people that you bring, if you don't ask, you never know. And I'm always expecting during these last couple of days, it could be the person you're Ubering on if you're going to Destin that you can talk to. It could be someone that's watching on your social media. Could be a follow-up customer. You don't know. I'm just always expectant that the miracle can always happen in this very last moment. So very, very excited to see that. All right. Cindy, anything on your mind? I know you're driving, so let me know if you are able to chime in at all. Thanks for joining us regardless of the circumstance.
Hello, hello. Yes, I actually do have something to chime in. And it has nothing to do with anything other than, is Eric Minter on this call? I can't
I
see.
am.
Oh, congratulations on that brand new baby grandson of yours.
Thank you so much.
So precious. Are you guys still visiting?
Oh, you're muted. Just there you are.
No, we actually got back last night, and it was a whirlwind of a weekend. We flew to Dallas, then we flew to San Antonio and visited with the baby, and it was a fast turnaround. We went back through Houston yesterday, and thank God we avoided a fire on our plane. I mean, it was just a fast, furious weekend, but that baby is precious, and I
Wait,
imagine.
you were on that plane, Eric?
No, we were at the airport. We were
You were at
leaving.
the airport.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, we've got
Look
that hand
at
over.
that baby.
Adorable.
Oh, he's perfect. I just had to say congratulations.
Thank you
We
so
haven't
much. I'm
stopped
sure I'll
you
be
like
going back and forth to Texas quite a bit.
yeah. Yes, you will. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Eric.
That's all I got,
Congrats.
James. I got
Hey,
baby on the mind. Sorry.
we have to. We have to. 100%. That's what we're talking about. Yes. Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
Hello, how are you guys? Happy
We're
Monday. How's
happy
everybody
Monday.
doing?
Pumped. We're ready.
Good. Good. Eric, oh my gosh, he's precious.
Thank you.
I've been traveling this weekend, so that's my first time seeing him. He's so cute. What is his name?
Parker.
Ah,
Parker.
Parker.
well, of
We
course.
call him Prince Parker, but yeah.
I love it. I love it. I have a Parker, so that's one of my favorite names ever, and he's
Awesome.
precious. I
Awesome.
just am so happy for you guys.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, so
Congrats.
happy Monday. It's Destin week, you guys.
Woo!
Man,
I know.
ready.
So excited. I'm so ready for Destin. I hope you guys are as well.
It's time. Absolutely. And reminder on that, who here, I think almost everyone here was able to catch it, but did anyone here not watch the Friday IPA call where we talked about preparing for an event like Destin? If you didn't, put me in the comments below, and we're not trying to single you out. We're just curious about that. Because if you missed it, highly encourage you to go back and watch that, actually. It's so fun and everything. So, and definitely raise your hands too if you have IPAs as well. And another reminder is we still have the Destin Mastermind going on. So if you got 15 of those trackers all completed, checked off, take screenshots of that, let us know. And there's a special time during the Destin event where we're going to have a great dinner together and everything. So Joanne, did you have an IPA, by the way? Oh, let's start with that. And then Lindsay, I'd actually love to go back to you too, and hear some tips from you, if you don't mind, on what you do during an event as well too, as well. But let's start with Joanne. Joanne.
Hey, okay, I'm one of the ones that listened to the IPA call last Friday. And I had an event, a Black History event. And the one thing I didn't do was take a picture of my table after I got it all done up. But I took heed to everything that you guys said. I took pictures. I messed up my lives, but I took lives and I walked around. I introduced myself to people. I ended up with vendors coming back to my table. I sold 3 boxes of drops. I sold Limu. I sold Renew. And actually, and thank you. I did everything you guys told me to do. Everything. I have pictures, but not my table. So anyway.
Oh my gosh. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Look how fast Joanne just put things into action. Like, that's why you're succeeding. That's why you're going and you're expanding like crazy. Like, well done, Joanne. I just love how the saying is you do it messy. I'm not saying what you did is messy, but you're just like, I heard it, let's go, let's implement it, right? And the fact is you moved forward in that. And I'm sure if you did it again, when you do it again, Joanne, do you already have ideas what you're going to do the next time to make it even better as well, too?
Yes.
Awesome. So good. I have a question for Joanne, and I'll bring it to Lindsay. So when you're at a table, how are you converting people to buy a box on the spot?
I tell them my story and I give them my whole story, and then they're always asking what it is. I have before and after pictures of Lindsay, Cindy, everybody, and they just buy it. And
That's,
I think they just like me, I guess.
yeah, yes. Everyone loves Joanne. That is for sure. 100%. You're so amazing. We just love hearing from you all the time because you give us all such great ideas and so much inspiration. I will say one thing you said was, the vendors, that if you guys do events, just keep in mind that the people that are there doing the event, like, so it's not just the people that are coming up to your table. It's really important that you connect with the other vendors that are there because you're exactly right. Those really are the people too that are like, "Ooh, tell me more. I'm looking for more," right? They're already selling something. It might be, that they have a table of soaps or they have a table of, teas that they make that they sell or honey or whatever. It doesn't have to be in our profession at all, but there's still people that love other people at these events, what they're doing, what they're sharing, what they're selling. So you said something, you just kind of skimmed over it. Like the vendors, they were the ones that really came up. That, just so you guys know, those are probably your hottest prospects because they are really, really open a lot of the times to what you're doing and they're open to making money. So keep that in mind. They're there to sell stuff to make money. So if you do these events, connect with every single vendor at the event. It's really important. So Joanne, I love that you shared that and that you did that event. I would love to see pictures. I know you didn't take pictures of your table, but I'm sure we will all love to see. It's a great post. Great post for today that you could do, Joanne.
Yes, and if you're socially awkward like me, because I really am, you guys, I know we train, I know we do all these things, but it's actually very hard for me to have one-on-one when it's not about business. Anybody else put me in the comments where you're like, it's hard for me to talk about hobbies and what the weather looks like. If you want to talk business and, scaling, then I can talk all day. But when it comes to small talk, it's challenging. So when you are at an event like that and there are other vendors, it's very easy to say to another vendor, right? So what's your story? So how did you get into selling soaps, right? And that's just always such a great opener for breaking the ice. And that's easy to do when you're talking business with another vendor. So for me, I always find it easier to talk to the vendors than the people just kind of walking around, right? Because it's just an easy opener. So tell me, what's your story? How did you get into, making blankets and selling them? How did that happen? Tell me everything. I want to know. I'm always curious, right? And that's, people love that. People love sharing their story. So I think that is amazing, Joanne. And I am still going to say it. I'm super sad you're not going to be in Destin because you are one of my favorite humans. You guys, Joanne in real life is even 1,000 times better than Joanne on Zoom. So we love you. We will miss you. And we will be thinking about you. Thank you for sharing.
Congrats, Joanne. Let's go. Come on. I see a couple more hands. So actually, Adela Sanchez messaged me first. She has something. I'll bring her, but then Debbie and then Eric as well too. So let me find you real quick. Adela, you there? There you are. Mute yourself, please.
Unmute. There we go. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Whoops, there with my phone. Sorry about that. I just want to say these calls are magnificent. Last week, I wanted to share. They really do a lot. I just wish our whole downline would see that, right? But yes, I'm not real good at posting the sandwich and all that, but I've been posting and posting. What, it'll be a year in April. Well, finally, someone called me, Della, and I've known her for years. I want to know about the drops. We met, I sold her drops. Today, she texts me in 1 week, she's lost 4 pounds. She has more energy. She worked in her garden for 6 hours yesterday. She couldn't believe it. And then another lady that I haven't seen like in 10 years, unbelievable. She called me. She bought the drops. She was on Ozempic. Very bad. It's done very bad for her. So I just wanted to share that. And also we're doing another live event in Lake Elsinore. I'll post that in Warrior Movement or, in the group. Thank you,
Congratulations.
guys. Thank you.
Adela just does the do. And by the way, guys, remember every single time someone's selling a box of drops, whether through a link or online or in person or in retail, it's on average $50 retail, right? So when you think about a box and you hear Joanne say 3 boxes, that's $150 at least, right? When you hear Adela selling a box, that's at least another $50. Like, these all add up really quick, which is really cool. So congrats on that, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Yes. So I know. So Adela, we just love you. You're so amazing as well. We love hearing from you. But it's so key. You said this person you've known, this person you've been friends with, you've been posting for a year, and then all of a sudden they're ready, right? It is crazy. That
Yes,
is, isn't it crazy?
it
You're like,
is. Yes.
wait a minute, I've been here for a year. Like, where
It's
have you
like,
been?
what took you so long?
Right? Right. But that is the whole point. When we say somebody needs to see something 7 to 10 times to really go for that sale or join you in business, it is the truth. And even somebody that you know very closely, it's possible the way the algorithm works and you posting, it's why we do the engagement sandwich, that they haven't seen it all those times, right? And it happens to
Right.
be this one time in their life, this one post that you make, this one period where they're like, okay, that's it. I got to do this, right? When their time is right, it's right, which is why it's so important that we keep going and we keep doing the thing every single day so that they know Adela is there. Adela's consistent. She's got me. She is going to get me the results that I want when I'm ready to get those results. And you just do the thing
Thank you.
and here you are. Like, you're amazing. So congratulations. We're so, so excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. You guys are awesome. All of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Love it. Cindy, any notes from you? Are you good?
I just pulled in. I just love Adela in general. You just bring such an energy and life into this business. And I think that people they feel that from you. So I just want to bring that out to the forefront first. And Lindsay's exactly right. You might feel like you're posting, you're like, gosh, it took this person 150 times to see it. But the reality is the algorithm isn't showing it 150 times. So really you put out 150 different posts, it's gonna take time for it to push through the algorithm. The engagement sandwich definitely speeds up that process. But I just want to commend you for keeping going, for doing the do, and congratulations, you're almost at your 1 year mark, and you just bring
April,
so much.
thank you.
April, yes, yay.
Thank you.
Happy early anniversary. Congrats, Adela.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Love it. Absolutely. And just a reminder, that was a fantastic example of IPs, right? So on this call, we're going through income producing activities. That means that you did something to generate a sale or an enrollment, not just interest or not like, prospects, but actual conversions and everything. So we want to dive into what you did, how you did it, and the success that there is there as well, too. So Debbie, what's going on? I'll see you next. How are you, sister?
Okay, I got my dot. I'm so excited. Can you see my picture?
Wow.
I did my first event on Saturday. First event, and at first I planned to get on the call because I called Elaine and I told her I was disappointed because I didn't sell anything. So I said, I'm coming on the call because income producing activity is stepping out in faith. And that's what it's about. So that's what I did. I did my poster. I had my dot. It gave me an opportunity to really talk about the products, which was really great because I wanted to do my homework. That was great. And so, as disappointed as I was, so today, bang, 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 with my dot, I have someone to a sale. So, Elaine, I have someone. Yay! So I'm so excited. That's it.
Oh my gosh. So I got to ask that first. Just wow, just love it. I'll have Cindy and Lindsay chime in on that. So how'd you get that sale from the, so guys, if you don't remember, Eric Minter last week showed there's this thing called the dot. It allows you to tie in basically a link to that. So you can just, people can
Yes.
scan it and then it
Yes.
gets up your site and stuff.
Yes.
So how'd you make the sale then? Where did that come
From
from?
my dot, they reached out to me today. So I'm gonna go on. I told you, I was like, oh, Elaine, I did nothing. But you know, you have to have, you talked about expectation and stepping out. We expect miracles, and so that's what it's about. Yes.
Come on, Cindy Lindsay.
Oh, I just love you. I think I asked you before, are you going to be in Destin?
No.
So sad. I just love you. Couple of different things I want to unpack here, you guys. First of all, yes, IPA is just stepping out in faith.
Yes.
IPA is also learning from the experience that you feel like you're failing in those moments, right? It gives you a reflection point to go, what can I do better next time to achieve the income, right? But I also want to say this, you guys, is sometimes you do not reap the immediate benefit of something, but it is to come later on. I want to just tell you guys, there have been 2 cases in my business over the past couple of years where I felt like I did something and it didn't reap a reward. It didn't reap any kind of income. In one particular case early on, probably within my first year, I did a post on somebody else's wall. I'm not going to go into the specifics of it or anything, but it failed, right? I got no traction. I didn't make any sales. I didn't recruit anybody. And later on, because I had done this action and I had sent a friend request to somebody who liked this post, I will tell you, a few weeks later, I got into conversation about the business, recruited her, and ultimately she ended up bringing millions into my business from something that failed at the time. I will also tell you that the entire reason that I met Lindsay Yoakum was from a failed experience, or what I presumed to be, from my perception at that point in time, was a failure, right? I didn't reap any immediate reward, but it introduced me to my best friend who has also brought in millions into my business. So Diane, or Deborah, I'm sorry, is that I just want to say that you just have no idea what this person is going to mean in your business. And we all have to keep that in mind as we're doing the do, we're having these conversations, and you're not seeing the immediate reward from it, it doesn't mean that it's not lined up and ready for you to take at some point in time. So I am so excited for you. I'm so glad that you talked today, because that is a really important lesson right there that you just taught this whole call. And I want to say thank you. So thank you. That's it, Lindsay.
Debbie, you just light up everybody's world. Do you know that? I mean, I think you're probably told that a lot, that you just bring so much joy, so much light. I mean, Cindy nailed everything I was going to say about the actual IPA, right? But you light up everybody. I hope that you take a minute to know like how incredible you really are, because we need you, right? But also we want you to know, like, I've seen you twice on this call. I love you. Like, I want to hug you. I want to be your best friend. I want to talk to you every day. You just light up. But I mean, I just laughed. Like, you can make anybody turn a day from it's a crazy one to, oh my gosh, I am about to have the best day of my entire life because of you. Debbie, you really are joy just in one person that exudes to all of, I mean, we're so grateful and blessed to have you on these calls. I love that you took what Eric shared, you went and you did it, you now have results. I mean, it's phenomenal what we're doing on these calls, but I hope you just take a step back today and know just how blessed we are by you, because you are absolutely incredible, Debbie.
Thank you.
Debbie's the one that I want to call if I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah. I need Debbie.
gonna make me feel better. I'm gonna talk this out. She can pat me on the head, tell me to move on, and love
Keep
me
it
and make me
going.
Get it going. Get it going.
We love you. Congratulations, Debbie. So proud of you, right? Expectancy is everything. No, I'm taking is, am I having that much fun in my business every day? Like, I need to have more of a party with my business. Like, I need to get that excitement like Debbie did as well, too, because that is what converts at the end of the day. I'll read this out and I'll go to Eric. Cindy Kellick said in the chat, she's at work right now, but I'm at a family event. My cousin from Texas noticed all of my posts and videos. I picked up 2 customers from family and cousin from Texas. Might do the business, just retired. I'm at work. That's my IPA. And she also just had her cousin ordered a trifecta from her site. That's 200 points, guys. Like that's a lot of stuff. So congratulations there. Come on. I'm telling you guys, if you just come on this call, you start making money. You give it some time. It just oozes into you. So start to think too. I love what Adela said is like, man, my team needs to get onto this. Absolutely. As you continue to come onto your scout out who in your team, you're like, you need to come onto this. Do you want to make some big money? Come on to these calls. You're going to start making some money. So awesome. Mr. Cha-Cha and Mr. Grandpa, how are you, Eric?
Papa Cha-Cha. Debbie, I just love what you brought this morning. In fact, I've got to make a poster for the salon today. That's incredible. Every little thing we do is just stacking. Everything we do is adding to our story and adding to the effectiveness of us all as a team, and the products working synergistically together is just insane. I've got a page of notes from this morning already, but I want to share a couple of things that have been really fun. Cindy, you were talking about possibly having challenges with making conversations. So that's something that I focused on because you don't always have that opportunity. You're looking for an inroad. You're looking for a way to make a connection with everyone. So the dot, obviously, that's incredible. You can have all of your information put out there immediately. But a few things that happened this weekend. Take every opportunity and look for those people. Look for the people that have needs. Look for the people that tell you they want to lose weight. They have back problems and they have financial problems because they're crying out to us all. A couple of things that were just really amazing to me this weekend was we were outside the hospital because sometimes you just have to go and get some fresh air. And we sat and sat and sat and pushed and pushed and pushed. And finally the baby came. But while we were outside, we were taking our drops. My wife and I were sitting on a park bench, and I said, take a picture. And she took a picture. And so we put it on our story. And it's interesting to see how many people are reaching out to me and seeing that our life is crazy and hectic. And we've got a lot going on as well, but we somehow managed to work that into our business. The other thing was I'm sitting on the plane and it was very tight, very, very few seats available. And this very large gentleman came and sat beside me, and he was in his seat and my seat. And I've been there before, I know, and you're holding your shoulders like a tourist the whole time. So I started talking to him and he didn't respond. And I looked at my wife and I'm sure my eyebrow went up because I was like, how rude, I talked to him again and he didn't say anything again. So then my wife looks at me, she goes, he had his earbuds in. I thought he was just being rude. But once he took his earbuds out, we had a great conversation for about an hour. And I thought, how am I going to do this? How am I going to approach him and not offend him or hurt his feelings? Or I'm not saying you're fat, I get it. I've been there. So what I did as the conversation developed, I just said, so what do you do for a living? I mean, that is a normal conversation. Well, guess what he asked me after he told me what he did for a living? He asked me what I did for a living. And so I told him, well, I've been a hairdresser for 35 years, and so it just gave me the avenue to go into that conversation. That was
Can I ask
one
Eric real quick
Sure.
here. So what did you say when they say, what do you do?
I said, well, I've been a hairstylist for 35 years, but we have just found a venture that we are just so excited about. It started as a health venture, and I'm a total skeptic, and I was going to prove that these products were not going to work for me because I tried everything else. So when I showed him my before and after picture, and then I had him tap my band and he got my information, the conversation just flowed. Also, his wife, I got one more thing I want to share. It's off the subject completely. But my dad's 80th birthday is coming up, and he has written a novel, and it's actually his 20-year anniversary of the novel he wrote, and it's called Call to the Blue Ridge. And his name is Raymond Houston Mentor. If you want a great book, great inspiration, it will really touch you, and it also gives the gospel of Christ. So fantastic book. Anyway, that's off the subject. So I don't know if this guy is going to contact me, but I was talking to him also about my dad's book because his wife just opened her own library. So you look for those ways to weave into conversations, but it's real conversation. It's real life. But the other thing is, you've heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. This little sleeve right here with my before picture in it is going to make me $1 million. Do you hear me? And look, it's right here. I don't have to ask them anything. Y'all get your picture on your body. They will want it. It's amazing. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, everybody's having babies, okay? Everybody wants to lose that baby weight. Look in your own family. Look at your work, your church, your school. People are having babies. This is an opportunity. Get off the baby weight. Bring those hormones back in balance. It's incredible. Also, the word balance, I have the new acronym. Become a leader and naturally cause, what was the E? Naturally cause. I'll leave that E up to you guys. Become a leader and naturally cause
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. I had it. I didn't know where it went, but that E just, it left. But anyway,
so Eric, end with one thing, because you're selling things all the time. Tell us a sale or an enrollment that happened through all this somewhere.
Well, I've been on the phone the whole time. I've been on the plane the whole time, but I have 16 people to follow up with today. 11 of them said they want the drops. 2 of them said they're interested in the business. So
come on.
Follow up is key.
Let's go. Cindy or Lindsay.
Amazing. I mean, there's so many things there, Eric. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Here's what I'm going to be like. There are about 1 million things we could have taken from that. We could have taken different segments and done an hour training on each of them. The biggest piece that is just comes so naturally for you, that is actually will make you, this is what will make you millions of dollars. Yes, your before and afters. Yes, your story, all the things. But the fact that you actually listen, you guys put listen in the comments. Leaders that listen make millions. When you ask a question and zip it and allow people to talk to you and tell you, people want to talk about themselves, right? So Eric starts a conversation by asking a question to get someone to talk to him. He's listening to where he can really relate, where he can weave in something that is really going to, and it's all genuine and authentic. Is there anything about Eric Minter that is not genuine and authentic? No, like literally the man just exudes passion and love and enthusiasm and all of the things. So it's all genuine and authentic. It's just who you are, Eric. But it is actually such a beautiful, and it's a skill. Somebody that doesn't have that, it is something that you have to really work on and develop this skill. If it's not somebody that just has it. Yes, Eric, you have it. And maybe you didn't at one point in your life and you've worked really hard on it, or maybe it was just God's gift to you. Regardless, anyone can really take the things that Eric does and create that skill for yourself if you just do it over and over again. Go down and watch, or go back and watch this replay and write down. Eric said, he just asked a question. So what do you do for work? Right? Super, super simple. But he then zipped his mouth and listened, let them talk. And then he weaved in when they say, oh my, well, what does your wife do for work? Clearly you asked that at some point because you know what his wife does, right? His wife has a library. Oh, my dad, he's got a book that's 20 years old now, blah, blah, blah. Like there's so much that you unpacked in that segment there. But guys, if you watch that and you take notes on it, how you can build the skill of asking people questions that give them things for you to listen to, and then go, I found this thing. I don't know. Like, it's just been absolutely incredible. I've actually been able to lose X, Y, and Z. I've been able to lose 40 pounds. I've been able to lose 10 pounds. I've been able to lose 100 pounds. I feel incredible. And we're helping people all over the world do the same thing. I don't know, you know, you may know somebody that may be interested as well, right? It's a way for you to listen, but also weave in how I can help you. Our goal in our company, our goal is to help people all over the world live their best life in their health and their wellness and their longevity. And that's what we're doing, right? So you're just really listening to open that door and for them to say, yeah, sure, Eric, like tell me more, right? But he created this this trust and this security in the conversation first, so that when he was able to say, this is what I do, it felt natural and not offensive, right? So I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, I really do. I think that right there with this man, I think you're going to save his life. I know you're going to save his life, which is absolutely the most beautiful thing we get to do every single day. So, Eric, you are somebody for all of us to just take massive notes on, and you just have it. It's just in you. I love it.
How many of you guys drop all the flame emojis? You know that's my favorite emoji. How many of you would sign up with Eric Minter right now? Because I would. I'd be like, sign me up, send me your link. I'm in. I don't even know what it is you're really selling, but I just trust you. I believe you. And I love the energy that just pours out of you, Eric. Every time you come on here, you make us all feel good and you teach us something. And that is just an incredibly powerful mix. Chairperson 5000 vibes. I'll say it until you hit Chairperson 5001. Okay. But Lindsay hit the nail on the head. So many nuggets in there, but the biggest piece is the active listening piece, right? Leaders listen. Leaders learn how to ask the right questions, and then they listen to hear them versus listening to respond, right? Because so often in our lives, we listen to respond instead of just listening to listen, right? And that is a skill that is developed over time. And Eric, that seems to come so naturally to you. For people like me, I've had to learn that, okay? And that's okay if you're sitting there and you're going, Eric's amazing, but I'm not like Eric. This is hard for me. I want to acknowledge you because that's me. It is hard for me. And it has been something that I've needed to develop over time. Okay. So, one piece of kind of tactical advice that I want to give you, if you are somebody who is like me and you struggle with this a little bit, is that it is hard for me to answer when somebody says, so what do you do? I struggle with that, right? And I'm going to give you a piece of advice that Brent Palmer gave me recently, and I think might even be teaching it in Destin. But if you're not in Destin, I want you to take this piece away, okay? You're sitting on a plane. You've just asked a bunch of questions, and then it's your turn to answer, right? It's your turn to answer when they say, so what do you do? Freeze, right? Deer in the headlights. That's me. Put me in the comments if you freeze. So one thing that you can say is, I could tell you what I do, but would you mind if I tell you why? Can I tell you why I do what I do versus what I do? And for Eric, that he did that so naturally. He literally did exactly that. It started out, I was trying these products really because I'm the biggest skeptic, because I've tried everything to lose weight, and this, I was just going to try one more thing. Why not? Right. And what happened during that is I did lose a lot of weight, and I started to feel better and have more energy. And it just kind of turned into this thing of being able to help other people do the same. And I'm just so excited about this journey that it's put me on, right? So it allows you to share your story versus sharing company facts, versus sharing the day-to-day tactical. And ultimately, what connects to other human beings is our stories, right? So by saying, I could tell you what I do, but would you mind if I just tell you why I do it instead? That actually gets people to lean in and listen more, because that's not typically how people respond to that question, right? So if you're like me and you're like, Eric's amazing, but I'm not as charming and charismatic as that guy, write that question down and get used to really asking it, okay? Because that will lead you into being charming and charismatic like Eric Minter, okay? Thank you, Eric. You're incredible. Absolutely love you, and just feel honored that you are able to show up on this call as often as you do. Thank you, truly.
Gold. Thank you, Eric, the hair boss, the Papa Cha Cha. There we go. Lindsay, we have a couple minutes left. Cindy shared with us some
Mhm.
Destin tips. What's one thing that you can share with us going to Destin that you're going to be doing to really amplify your experience and your results after the event?
Well, I know Cindy shared all of our secrets, all of our things, right? Just the fun we have. I just that is my biggest piece of advice is you go into these events, right? There's a lot going on. You're going to learn a lot. There's going to be a lot of people there. Cindy gave you all of the tactical things to do to really, really explode your business. I'm sure Cindy shared this, but I do want to also say if you're not going to be there, be sure that you take what we're doing and also utilize it, right? Make sure that you put those things in your stories. Make sure that you're doing it because people are still watching. You're still a part of this company. So use all of the things that we're doing for yourself in your stories. I mean, I've done that when John and Darren are over in China doing events. James Zing, I've seen you do it as well. Cindy's done as well, where we'll take that event and put it in our own stories. Look what our China team is doing, right? Look what our team in China's doing. Like all of these different things. Or the Japan event, I think it was actually. Look what our team's doing in Japan, right? Like it's really important so then people go, oh, wait, Joanne's got team in Joanne or in Japan. Yeah, like that is where our company is. So utilize, even if you're not going to be in Destin, utilize everything that we are doing for yourself. Take everything you can and use it for your own. I would say one thing that is just the most important is probably what we just talked about is be really, really intentional about listening, right? There's a lot going on. If you're anything like me, I get kind of overwhelmed, right? Like I've got a little entrepreneur ADD that goes on where I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so many things happening. Like I don't know what to focus on, right? Um, really take a step back and listen, capture those conversations and those moments with people when you really are, you're going to be completely blown away and blessed. There are going to be moments that change your life forever at this event. Cindy and I are going to be talking a lot about that in our session of how one event completely changed our lives forever. So really expect going into this event, I want you to be expectant of the fact that it is going to change your life forever. It is going to be an event that absolutely shifts your life in a way like nothing ever has before, because this is the event that I believe will do it for so many people. So just really listening, really taking it in, have the most fun. You're wanting to really connect and talk to all of these people. I know Cindy gave a challenge of doing the what was it, Cindy? It was 50
Yes.
pictures, 25 videos.
I gave them a few challenges, right? And
Yeah.
if you didn't watch training, I would definitely watch that because there's a few different things in there that'll absolutely be able to leverage this opportunity. Lindsay, I wanted to give them one other tip that I did not talk
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
Really quick, we're going to do it in 30 seconds, okay? I want you guys to put gift in the comments, okay? Let me explain one of the best gifts that you can possibly do for somebody else. And James Zhang is amazing at this. If you see one of your upline, downline, sideline, crossline, it doesn't even matter. You see them participating in a conversation with somebody. You see them cheersing somebody. You see them just sitting around a table, really immersed in conversation with a known leader. The best thing that you can do for somebody in that situation is get video of them and send it in the group, get video of others. James Singh has taught me this by leading by example. He is one of the best leaders when it comes to getting footage of other people and what's going on, because then those people can take this video of them being taken from somebody else and use that in their marketing. It is one of the best, yes, gifts, GIFTS, gifts that you can give somebody. And I've tried to get better about that because I know that James has sent us footage like that of us. And I think, wow, what an incredible gift he just gave us. So I want to add this extra challenge, okay, of trying to get footage of other people, because then you have footage of yourself and you have footage that other people are taking, and it just creates a really well-rounded story that you can then tell on social media. Okay.
Yes. Yes. When you guys come back, right, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, and your whole life is completely different, when you have all of these pictures and these videos like Cindy's talking about, right? Cindy and I went digging the other day for our presentation. You'll have to wait and see, but we went digging, 13 years ago for me, a picture. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have this, right? And I was bawling, like, I have this picture. You guys want that for yourselves, right? So it is a gift, like Cindy said. So yes, she's given you these challenges at this event, but just really take it all in as well while you're doing it, right? Take that picture and then sit there for a moment. How did you feel, right? When you saw that person on stage, you took that picture of them, right? These challenges are important, but also I want you to keep the feeling of that moment in your heart as well. Because it's really, I know, again, I'm the kind of person where I can okay, I did my challenge, I did it, right? But I also want you to really capture the feeling in your heart while you're doing these things. Because again, if you are really, really intentional and you're expectant during this event, it will. Not I think it can. I know for a fact, because it's changed my life. It's changed Cindy's life. It's changed James' life. And I bet a lot of you on this call, you've been to an event that it's changed your life too. So that is a be expectant, listen, and allow it to change your life, because it will.
Love it. Mic drops everywhere. Guys, drop a flame emoji in the chat if you got some value today. How much amazing stuff was there, right? So a couple of announcements real quick as we're wrapping this up. Reminder that today is the day to submit your Body Balance Challenge pictures. So just look in all the groups, go to the Facebook, everything. There will be one more call in just 13 minutes if you want to go on the final call of everything. That'll be live streamed everywhere as well. And I think I had something else, but that's it on my mind so far. So, oh yeah, and we're going to do this IPA call Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday break, and the next Monday as well too. All right, but let me pray us out. And if you are a prayer warrior, I got Paula Allen for raising her hand raised. Let me know too. Next week, I want to start having other people start praying us out as well too. All right. But dear Father, just thank you for today. Just thank you for this opportunity. Today, I felt like you put on my heart that to give us a new eye, a renewed eye. So help us open our spiritual eyes to see ourselves how you see ourselves as champions, as warriors, as more than conquerors, Lord. Of having that authority and dominion to be able to take territory of the things you place in our heart, those God-sized goals, but also give us the heart and the wisdom and discernment to see others how you see them too, to be able to speak life into them, your words into them, to be able to bring out of the darkness the light that's within them as well too. So help just cover our words, Lord, with how you cover them. Then when we speak today with other people, it literally inspires the God vision of them in their lives, and it attracts them, that charismatic attraction that happens, like what we heard with Eric. Just give us that wisdom, give us that skill set today, and we just thank you that you deploy us to do amazing things. We're expectant that your word does not return void, and amazing miracles and testimonies just continue to come in and flood out. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Hey guys, have a great one. Love you all.
Amen.
Amen.
Have a great day, guys.